We have a special guest today for our video. It's Max. He's not real comfortable in the makeup room, but he's here. Guys, I wanted to get back to you as soon as I could. I know I'm a couple days late on the chopping block stuff from last week. And thank you so much for watching the first video. The first video I did, it's like a haul where I showed you the products that I was going to test out. And I swatched everything. So I will put it in the description below in case you missed that video last week and you want to see swatches of the products. Because I'm just going to kind of talk about how everything went with each product and not really swatch today. So let's just go for it. And I'll let you know if I'm wearing the product. There are a couple things that I am wearing. Sorry about the glasses, guys, but my eyes are still bothering me. But people were tweeting, people were emailing me, and they were like, what are the results? We need to know the results. So here we go. I don't want to make you all wait. First thing I have on my lips. This is magnificent. This is by Armani. It's Lip Maestro. I got number 400. This is the most different lip product that I've had in a while. This is like mousse on your lips. You put it on and it's like mousse, okay? It's moisturizing, it feels good. It seems like it feels kind of cushiony in the very, very beginning. And you know, it kind of seems to dry down, but it looks fantastic and feels, you know, nice and moisturizing on your lips. I got a couple other of these, like I think I got 3 more because I had a feeling they would be good and the buzz on these was really good. These Lip Maestros, but I am so pleased with it. And if I do say so myself, it looks fantastic. I'll go ahead and swatch this one. It's hard for me not to swatch for you guys. I won't swatch everything, but I just want you to see that it's kind of like moussey. It's very, very weird, but very, very cool. The color is fantastic. This pigmentation is jaw-dropping. It is a beautiful classic red number 400. I can't say enough good things about it. It's really funny with this. I either really liked stuff or I really hated it. So you'll see. There were a lot of things I really liked. Okay, the next lip product, I put up a post on this and I'll link it below, is NARS Satin Lip Pencil, and I got YU is the color, is it U? It's a satin lip pencil. It's a beautiful, beautiful bright color. I had so much fun wearing this and it looks amazing, again, on my lips, if I do say so myself. I'll link the post below. This is very, very bright. I got another color that is like a deeper red that I haven't tried yet, but now I'm looking forward to trying too. This felt really great on the lips. It does stain. I got it off with remover. It stains, but the key to me is moisturization and pigmentation, and both of those were there. So my remover, you know, I wore it probably 3 days. My remover was able to get it off really well, and there was a slight stain because it's such a bright color. There was a slight stain to my lips, but not very much. So I really enjoyed it. I have another color. It's darker. It's called Luxembourg. I can't wait to use that. And you'll see a post on that on my blog. Okay, this was huge. Okay, Makeup Forever's Pro Finish. I had heard a lot about this and I wanted to try it. I got 177 Caramel Natural, I guess is the color. This was really, really interesting. I had high hopes for this, and I would say that this is definitely a contender for me to use on the go if I don't have my Bare Minerals powder, you know, matte powder foundation. The color was a great match, 177. The thing about it has a mirror in it, that this is the powder. I was afraid, you know, I try to use things different ways a lot of times, you know, just so I can tell you in case, you know, you're wondering if, you know, especially this is like a multi-use kind of a product. You can use it to top, you know, your liquid foundation. You can use it as a foundation. I will say this is fantastic as a foundation. The coverage is magnificent, okay? I used it with the powder puff, and I was amazed at how pigmented it is. I should have done that. Let me see if I can do like a little bit of a demo. I just used the powder puff. Now I would also use this with like something looser if I wanted, you know, less coverage, but you can really get really good coverage just using this powder puff. It was able, like on my spots right here, like, oh, here we go. Here we go. I can show you. See, I have a spot right there. Like, I was able to cover my spots and you couldn't see them anymore. So I give this huge thumbs up for coverage. You are supposed to be able to use this wet, but I heard from a lot of you after I did the video last week that it ruins the product if you wet it. And it's supposed to be able to, you know, they say on here, and I saw, you know, a lot of people say that you can use it wet or dry. you know, depending on the coverage that you want. And I just didn't want to ruin it because I ended up liking it so much using it as a powder. So, you know, this is something I used it over top of another liquid foundation and it gave me like flawless coverage. You know, so I like multi-use products, but I don't think I would ever use it wet because I like it so much, if that makes sense. Okay, this mascara was fantastic. This is L'Oreal's Voluminous Million Lashes Excess. Relatively new, $6.99. This brush wand is a godsend. This brush wand grabs your lashes at the base and you pull up or wiggle up if you're a wiggler. And this just really coats your lashes well. You're gonna get some clumping the more coats you put on. So it is a clumper if you really, you know, go in excessively like I tend to do, you know, layer after layer. I was able to be happy with like a good 2-3 layers without the clumping getting out of control. And the nice thing about this is one of my pet peeves about mascara is I don't like my lashes to be hard, and my lashes, I did 3 layers and my lashes are just as soft as can be. I like that. I don't like hard crunchy lashes. So I'm very, very pleased with this and I would definitely repurchase again. This is definitely in the top mascaras at the drugstore for me. I loved it. Bobbi Brown's long wearing cream sticks. I tried them for the first time. I'm wearing the purple one if you just saw. I wore the green one in a video and a lot of you all liked it the other day. I have Violet Plum, that's the one I'm wearing, and Forest was the one I wore in a video last week. These 2 colors are fabulous. I really enjoyed using these pencils. Shadow sticks are just great for quick looks. Like I just did one color today. I'm trying to watch my eyes and not irritate them. And I just do one color. I was able to smudge this out. I went, as you saw with the green in the video last week, I went under my lids with it. They didn't irritate my eyes. You can use, if I use a brush with them to, you know, move them out. I usually move them out with my fingers. You have a little play time after you put the color down and smooth it out, and you can, you know, play with it a little bit before it sets. I usually use my fingers with that or a synthetic brush, and these work beautifully in both conditions. I always use eye primer. I tried this without primer and I did get creasing. So I don't have super oily lids, but I would say use a primer with these. My lids tend to be normal and I still need a primer. I always use one anyway, so didn't really take anything away from the product for me. Jessie's Girl Liner, this is magnificent. This is like $6.99 too, and I got it at Rite Aid. This gave me the thinnest line of liquid eyeliner color that I've ever had from any brand. Fantastic. This is really good. I mean, you can just, I mean, I was able to make the thinnest line. So if you like a thin line, this is fantastic. And I just saw it in a presentation on QVC the other day. One of the makeup artists said that women do their lines, their eyeliner too thick, and that makes your eyes look smaller. So I'm going to be experimenting with thin lines. Anyway, I love this Jessie's Girl. It's $6.99. Oh, and you know what else happened with this that I wanted to remember to tell you all that I think is important? I had this in the box, and I did the video showing you, the haul video showing you what this was. I didn't put the cap on right. I didn't have the cap on right for this for almost a full day. Yeah, because I did the video in the morning, and then the next morning I went to use this. This still was fine. So you know, if you worried about dry out and that kind of a thing, I think this can withstand, because the cap was totally off. It was just dancing on top of here. It wasn't totally on. This thing was open and it worked perfectly the next day. Like nothing was wrong, because I went, oh my God. Okay, this was a hot mess. You all knew it was going to be a hot mess. So did I. It was $10 and it's going back definitely, but it was a hot mess. This is the L'Oreal Magic Nude Liquid Powder, and frankly it was the first thing I tested out because I was like, what in the heck? Now this did the weirdest thing to me that I've ever had happen. It's not a color match for me. I have soft sable, but I can hang out, you know, on weekends, you know, I have other things to do. I hung out around the house and had this on one whole afternoon. I wore it. I was able to wear it. I wore this like a couple times, and I got to tell you, okay, it goes on as a liquid and then it kind of sets like a powder. That's why it's called, I guess, liquid powder. This brought out pores in my skin that I've never seen. I usually don't have a pore issue like right in here. I was able to see every pore all through here. The way that it dried was so unattractive and you know, it looked like a desert. It looked like a brown desert on my face with little holes. I No. No, 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 no. It has sunscreen in it, and I just can't imagine the skin type that this would work for, because if you put on moisturizer and then put something like this over it, it shouldn't immediately sink into your pores and show you every pore you've got. I've never had a makeup product do that, and that's what happened with that, so it sucks. So yeah. These Armani, I tried these for the first time, fluid shears. I have one that's kind of bronzy, number 12, and then one that is kind of lighter, almost like a blush, number 9. These were fantastic. You need very little product, but someone was saying in the last video where I hauled, which they were absolutely correct, that I got out a lot. But you know, when you have a new product, it's hard to know like what a pump will do. You're priming things oftentimes and air's just coming out, and you know, that kind of thing. But you need much less than a pump for these. Like you need like a 1/6 of a pump, you know, to get enough product to tap in and everything like that. So the only thing is you have to be very, very careful with these, and they are very, very pricey. There are a lot of colors of these available. I think they looked beautiful sheared out on the skin, and as much as a highlighter or a blush with some sparkle in it can look natural, they do. Like if you really take your time and blend. I even blended them together, and they looked really, they made a really neat color. But yeah, I really like these Armani fluid shears, and again, there's a lot of different shades. There's a coral shade I got my eye on. I forget what number it is. All right, the nail polishes. This was a home run, but I kind of knew it would be. I'll link the post below. I wore this for 5 days and barely had any wear on the tips of my nails. It's Deborah Lippmann's Mermaid's Kiss, and it's fantastic. There's a whole collection. There's a purple one, a blue one, or green one, or something like that. There's a whole collection. You can, you know, pick that up at, you know, Nordstrom, Neiman Marcus, I'm sure would have it as well. Fantastic home run nail polish. I'll use it a lot. It's great. Now, the big one that a lot of people want to know about is this Sally Hansen Sugar Coat. And I'll tell you the deal on this. It wasn't great. One coat gives you the most textured finish. You know, the desired finish that I feel like is in the promotional pictures. 2 coats smooths out that texture so much that it almost looks like a normal nail polish. Top coat on top of that makes it look like you got a normal nail polish on. So what I found is in putting this all over my nails, I found that to get it to look how it's supposed to look in the promotional pictures, you have to sacrifice how long it wears, because I had it on the way that it looked best, but it chipped the next day. So I don't like this, and I wouldn't pick up another one, because unless what goes along, I hope this makes sense, but unless it can wear as long as a regular polish, it kind of doesn't make sense to sacrifice, you know, wear time. Who wants to paint their nails every other day to have it look like a sugar coat? You know, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like it would be great if it was a longer wearing formula, it would work, because one coat, you know, there are people out there, Wet n Wild, you can do one coat and have it look good for days. That's not what's happening, you know, with this. So that's where they kind of failed with that. So guys, I hope all of that information was helpful on all of the products. And I'll also show you the new products for the next chopping block haul video very, very soon. All right, guys, talk to you later. Bye-bye.